What if everyone around you chose safety, steady paychecks, predictable mornings, approved dreams, and only you decided to risk everything? What if the craziest idea in the room was the only honest one? Because sometimes the difference between an ordinary life and an extraordinary one starts with a tiny moment nobody else notices. A moment so small, it almost looks like a mistake. Before success, before headlines, before confidence, there was confusion. She wasn't born into business. No investors, no connections, no roadmap, just expectations. Her childhood friends had clear plans: lawyers, doctors, corporate careers. She tried to follow that same path: late night studying, entrance exams, a future that looked respectable. But then came the result. A score so disappointing, it didn't just close a door, it erased an identity. For the first time, she didn't know who she was supposed to become. Everyone said, just pick something stable. So she did. She took temporary jobs, smiled at customers, played roles that never felt permanent. One summer, she worked in a place designed to make people happy. Music, costumes, laughter everywhere. But behind the smiles, she felt something strange. Other people were living their dream. She was rehearsing someone else's. Eventually, she landed a real job: sales, door to door, hot days, long drives, constant rejection, knocking on strangers' offices again and again. Not interested. Come back later. No budget. Every no chipped away at confidence. But something unexpected happened. She became good at it. Really good. Because rejection stopped hurting. It became normal. At 25, she was already training others. From the outside, success. Inside, discomfort. Every morning felt predictable. Wake up, drive, sell, repeat. And then, one day, a tiny inconvenience changed everything. She had an event to attend. Nothing important, just a normal evening. But while getting ready, she noticed something annoying. Something millions experienced but nobody talked about. Clothes didn't sit right. Lines showed where they shouldn't. Comfort fought appearance. She stood there thinking, why hasn't anyone fixed this? It wasn't a business idea. Not yet. Just frustration. So she did something impulsive. She modified what she already owned. A small experiment. Messy, imperfect, almost ridiculous. But when she looked in the mirror, something clicked. Not perfection, possibility. The next morning, she went back to work. But now her mind wasn't selling anymore. It was solving. During long drives between sales calls, she kept thinking, what if this actually works? The idea felt embarrassing. She told no one. Who quits a stable career for something so small? But curiosity grew louder than fear. At night, instead of relaxing, she researched fabrics, manufacturing, patents, things she knew nothing about. Her savings weren't large, just years of careful effort. Every dollar represented security, and she was considering risking it on an idea nobody asked for. She invested anyway, not millions, just enough to make failure real. Factories didn't take her seriously. Executives barely listened. Rooms full of experienced professionals looked at her like she didn't belong. One manager laughed politely. Another ended meetings early. A third said, if this was a good idea, someone bigger would have done it already. That sentence almost ended everything. She drove home, questioning herself. Maybe they were right. Maybe she was naive. Maybe safe was smarter. But something unexpected happened days later. A phone call. A factory owner, encouraged not by business logic, but by someone at home who believed women understood the problem better. Someone finally said yes. Not because the idea looked safe, because it felt real. Now the real struggle began. No team, no marketing department, no advisors. She became everything: designer, salesperson, customer support, logistics manager. She learned packaging by trial and error, branding by instinct. Even the name came from experimentation, something playful enough to stand out. Friends thought it was strange. Family worried. Coworkers didn't understand why she still worked her day job while secretly building something uncertain. Every night she asked herself, "Am I brave or just foolish?" Eventually, she secured a meeting with a major retailer, her biggest opportunity, also her biggest risk. If this failed, the dream probably ended. Inside the store office, executives listened politely, but skepticism filled the room. So she did something unexpected. Instead of explaining, she proved, right there. A bold, uncomfortable demonstration that broke every traditional business rule. Silence followed, then curiosity, then interest. Sometimes courage looks awkward before it looks brilliant. The retailer agreed to test the product. Not nationwide, just a few locations, but it was enough. Products on shelves don't sell themselves. She knew nobody would notice without momentum, so she created her own, calling friends, asking acquaintances to visit stores, encouraging real customers to ask for the product. Grassroots marketing before social media existed. Each sale felt personal. Each rejection still hurt, but momentum slowly grew. Then she took another risk. She sent her product to someone famous. Not expecting a reply, just hoping. Weeks passed. Nothing. Until one day, everything changed. A powerful media personality mentioned the product publicly. Suddenly, demand exploded. Phones rang non-stop. Orders multiplied overnight. She quit her job shortly after, not because success felt guaranteed, but because belief finally outweighed fear. The business scaled faster than she imagined. Stores expanded. Customers shared stories. The idea, once laughed at, became a category of its own. Years later, headlines called her self-made. But success didn't change her core lesson. She remembered rejection, remembered doubt, remembered driving alone, wondering if she was crazy. So when the business achieved massive success, she surprised her employees. Not bonuses alone, but experiences, moments, memories. Because she knew money changes comfort, opportunity changes lives. Here's the truth nobody tells you. Fear never disappears. Even successful people feel it. The difference is simple. Most people wait until fear goes away. Entrepreneurs move while fear is still speaking. So ask yourself, what if the idea you're ignoring right now is the one that changes everything? What if safety is actually the bigger risk? And what if, years from now, someone tells your story without needing to say your name? If this story made you think differently, stay curious, because the next idea might be yours.